Yes, but of course these teams are trying the absolute hardest, putting in the practice and the work, and with that now, of course, a lot on the line. equipa against NAVI Javelins here on the first map of Nuke.
We're going to kick off this pistol with Navi starting on the CT side. Looks like it's going to be a bit of outside control taken from equipa. They've managed to get 3 players down into Secret already with those smokes. You can see Hanka is already rotated over. U7 and 8 are both playing leg positions here towards lobby, so it's a bit of a 2-3 split. Angelica, she's spotted D7, but not exactly. Oh, they've come up through the vents. This caught her off guard. They've actually managed to get on the site for free and get that bomb plant down.
Ooh, look at that. Dana creeps up close from main and hits a nice crisp headshot. That's at least one player dealt with, but needs to wait a bit of the backup, and this might get tricky with 3 players all into heaven. But it looks like so far the retake is going quite well, and now with the smoke on the bomb, you can see they're trying to rotate the other way around, but oh, things are getting tricky. There's kills coming in, a defuse as well. And that's it, the final one for Danu, and with 2 players surviving, Navi take the pistol round.
Yeah, Danu finding 3 there, just positioning herself really perfectly. Obviously catches that player off in main to begin with and works on the distraction of her teammates up in heaven to be able to find a player at vents and then close out the round there. So a great starting round from Navi. Getting that pistol on Nuke quite critical. This was equipa's map pick, so they are on the T side. And it looks like they're going to be opting for just a bit of a save here. Just a few upgraded pistols, not going to be committing off that bomb plant. Which means Navi have a chance here to maybe build up a bit of bank and clean up some free kills here on the eco players.
Well, and with that, that's also the bomb now being dropped. Lena needs to be a little bit aware, but at the same time, Hanka taking the kill, and there we have it. Already 4 players down and only 80. Ooh, well, those are some crisp taps as well. At least 1 player out of the question, but only the MP9, the worst weapon in the hands of Navi. And yeah, with that, she also now will fall. And that's the second round, clean as you would like it. But of course, now is the time for equipa to buy up.
I think that's the best outcome as well, only losing the player with the MP9. So you get to dispose of that one for free. Pick up a rifle in its place. You know, you will be going up against 5 rifles in this round, the 4 AKs and the Galil out on the side of equipa. So fairly even weaponry on both sides. You can see these outside smokes get thrown through as well. I think that's where they're going to be taking control. There's no AWP in play yet. I like this idea from Hanky though. She's going to be jumping up on top of main roof, potentially. Thinking about it. Maybe playing around this smoke.
Oh, I like this too. Actually, I don't think... Oh, it gets predicted. Not at first, but as soon as you do get spotted, you need to make sure to either hit your shits or get away as soon as you can. It is now tagged in the process. Oh, and will now also go down. So that's not a great start for NAVI Javelins. Of course, now they've lost outside control. It looks like, oh, a cheeky run boost happening there. But equipa hasn't been able to spot any of the CTs as of yet. And that calls for a little bit of lobby aggression. Adelka is keen to gather some information elsewhere, as outside is a little bit of a lost cause. And it might go well, but the timing seems to be a little bit off at the same time, though we do have the backup in the form of Lena. At least trades out Angelica. And it leaves us with a 3v3.
Yeah, and there's also a player pushing through from ramp to lobby, but you can see Jenny's actually made her way into the back of heaven. She's probably going to find this kill for free on the ladder, does manage to find her, takes a bit of damage for her troubles. Lena also goes down, so this quick flank through ramp, it might be a little bit too late, or it could be perfectly timed. There's an opportunity here, although 80 does spot her. The angle, it's not good for Danu. She's going to have to fall off on that one and most likely want to save this M4, unless she wants to try and maybe get an exit or two, but economy not great, so I'll be surprised. Okay, she's going to give it a look in. A lot of angles to clear here. That clock's slowly ticking down as a player at CT vents, and yeah, Zana's going to shut her down. So a good response from equipa on the full gun round as well, able to close out Navi with only losing 2 players in the process.
Yeah, and as you just mentioned, the money is not looking too great for Navi, so I guess just a straight eco will come out, and maybe some upgraded pistols for those who do have a bit more to work with. But at least they can afford the loss being, of course, 1 round ahead of equipa. And looks like with the majority, they're now stacking towards this A side, and Angelica will be sitting close here at the fence. No contact as of just yet. We do have some players outside and in lobbies, so it looks like potential A crunch coming up ahead.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bait someone into Angelica's crosshairs here. That deagle can be potent at close range, obviously, since the nerf last year. It's maybe not quite as hardcore as it used to be, but they try and bait Ada in here. They might be able to secure themselves an AK. There's only armor on Hanka and Angelica, so not a huge amount of potential, even if they do manage to secure one, and Angelica's going to get spotted. So she goes down. Hanka does get a 1D onto 80, though. And they've actually pushed through lobby here, so Ada might get caught out of here. She's going to run out of ammo, although the Cavalry has a live DC just transferring over to the second player. It's a great kill. Zana even going to secure the kill on Daniel at the end. So again, they keep 3 alive, keeping that economy building up. And now NAVI Javelins, they're going to have a chance to bring out those rifles and maybe fight back a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the ARP is gonna come out. It will have to be without armor in that case for Danu. Oh, no, it's gonna be a straight M4 for this one. Hoping to build a little bit economy first. So at least things are still even on the board. Just rifles all across, utility next to it. Though, NAVI Javelins do have a little bit less to work with. So if equipa does a good job of forcing the utility to come out, perhaps for retakes or later in the round, things can get a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, you have to remember this was equipa's map pick, so if they can, get a good T half here, I think they're going to be feeling really confident going into that CT side. It is a map that does tend to favor the CTs, as we all know. So if equipa are able to build up 6 or 7 rounds, I mean, they're going to be feeling really good. But if they can win the half, obviously, that's even better. So a little pause coming through here at the moment. I think the players are sort of maybe keeping an eye on that equipa squad, particularly when they do move over to the CT side, is Zana. I think she's been someone that's really impressed me. I've had a look through some of her demos. She's this very intelligent AWPer. Really good rotations and timings, and I think maybe one of the best players in EU at the moment. Definitely has the highest opening kill stats at Impact League, so really excited to see once she gets her hands on that AWP, the sort of impact she can have, because I think it should be vital if equipa do want to take this serious.
Yeah, in fact, actually, the games that equipa have tend to lose were those where economy was hard to build up and Zana wasn't able to afford the ARP. So you can see how crucial that is to have everyone really play off their strengths. And if it's not possible, yeah, sometimes it tends to lack a little bit. Of course, as of right now, things even out on the scoreboard. And so far, any entrance to a side denied, using, of course, a lot of their utility already. Only 2 smokes and a Molotov left for NAVI Javelins. And now, smokes will go rain, so at least equipa is looking to set foot on the outside. And yeah, perhaps the CTs are not looking to contest. It looks like Hanka and Angelica will be sitting in the smoke. A flash will come through, and they're gonna try and peek off of it, and it's only good for 1, and it gets traded. Oh, that's really, really unfortunate, because now both those 2 outside players are lost. Fiku is trying to hold on, but yeah, it's definitely gonna get tough, though. Lina grabs at least the lobby player, so it will deny the crunch for now. But a lot of pressure onto her. Oh, the timing! She just manages to grab onto the site. And this is a great position to try and make these individual fights. That's another one, and oh my lord, that's 4 kills for Lina. And she actually manages to have this A site completely on lockdown.
I felt like the most casual 4K hold I've ever seen. It just felt like she had just completely under control, very calm and collected, just walks up, finds the kill on Ada, and then she's able to take each of these fights 1v1. Trade potential just not there, so great hold. Yeah, it felt like maybe equipa just weren't quite so coordinated with that. Not a lot of utility to support any of the players going for that fight. That came off the back of that great 2K from Jenny as well. See, it's going to be outside smokes again coming through. A very quick movement down with the bomb to secret. You can see the response already from the CTs, and Jelka's going to spot them. Oh, that nade's going to be juicy. Oh, it brings down Jenny to 4 HP. You love to see it now, Angelica. She's sitting on side here with this AK. These players are going to try and overwhelm her. The ding comes through. She's going to go down. Danu has come here with reinforcements. So has Lena. So it is currently even in terms of the kill, and Vicky has been forced out, but Hanka, she is close.
And don't forget that these players, some have no armor. They're also pretty heavily tanked up. But look at this, Jenny with 4 HP does manage to grab yet another kill and now has an AK in hand. The bomb is planted, so sadly she will go down. Of course, only 1 bullet was enough. But this was a pretty decent eco. They managed to get the bomb down and even a couple of kills along the way to keep pressure on the economy.
Yeah, finding 3 kills is critical because it forces the reinvestment. So a really great round from Equipa, to be honest. Jenny looking really sharp today. It was a long shot in that last 1v2 with the 4 HP. If she'd found that first headshot, that would have been pretty incredible. But still a great round. Now we do get to see that AWP coming out on both Sana and on VQ. So we're going to see the battle of the orcs take place here. See if they go head-to-head or if they go into different parts of the map. Ooh. They've been watching the Future Pro videos where we're about to see the boost. Check this.
Oh, look at it. And you can see, the beat are being spotted. Oh, yeah, well, that's tag. Perhaps with a bit more patience, they would have gotten a full kill there.
Now Vicky has to be super scared, right? Because where did that shot come from?
Well, if they have also watched the Future Pros videos, maybe they can deduct as of what they were doing. But yeah, it's certainly a lovely boost. Perhaps with a bit more patience, it could have been executed a little bit more, because otherwise Viku would have been dead, and now Viku is still alive, and we all know how deadly Viku is on that ult.
Well, the thing is, you can't just hold that forever, because if you've got 3 players committed to this one boost, you're just giving up so much real estate elsewhere. You see, they've managed to get a bit advanced here. Jenny's found her way to credit card, although the rest of the team is on the other side and those smokes have faded. So they're going to have to throw any of their last smokes here. Breaking the glass in lockers here. Keeping VQ in check. Viku playing probably the most anxiety-inducing game of Counter-Strike at the moment. You just had this shot connect with her from the middle of nowhere at the start. She's hearing glass break beneath her, and now it's going to be a jumping onto the A site. 80 and Ada chiming in. Vicky with the no-scope finds one. She's able to reposition into heaven. Staying alive here, that bomb going down, and we're going into the post plant with the T's having this AWP in action as well.
And Zana's holding the flank, and indeed there is Danu waiting. One of the 2 players that is still full HP, and at the same time though, the retake is gonna come in now. Hanka gets 2, but at the same time, of course, it does leave now Zana all on her own, and she misses the shot. Oh, it's so unfortunate. And with that, Hanka with a free K at the end clutches it out, and that's a 5th round now on the board for Navi.
Oh, Hanka coming in clutch there with the 3K. I mean, that was a great site take from Equipa, just the way they exploded in there. They had this, well, not quite as good weaponry, but they kind of denied. Vicky gets, I would say lucky, but just pulls up that no-scope, and I think that's kind of the defining thing that allows Navi to stay in control of that round, keeping VQ alive, and then it's a matter of time for Hanka to kill everyone. So great round, and once again, the economy reset here for Equipa. Gonna go for another one of these half buys. A bit of aggression towards ramp this time.
I like this because Equipa hasn't tried to be ramp yet. Currently, Danu is playing from this position, diverting all the attention away, so that gives the opportunity to for Hanka actually to strike there. And right as all the attention is away again, we have Danu creeping out of ramp as she walked away. And yeah, just the communication, the timings seem to be absolutely perfect. And Navi still pretty clean. They, of course, they were met with quite a lot of aggression there down ramp. But at the end, yeah, a nice crisp round for Navi, continuing to build their lead 6-2 right now, and the money still a bit on the low end because they do need to reinforce, especially because the ARP can be quite the heavy investment. But the same can be said for Equipa because now, yeah, they're really out of money if they leave.
Yes, a bit of a make or break it round for Navi. If they lose this one, they're probably forced into the save just because they've got no loss bonus, whereas the keeper have lost a few rounds now, builds up a bit of a bank. Oh, Lena passing through the smoke with Ada. They're right next to each other. Lena finds Ada in the end. It's a bit of a difficult engagement, bit of a coin cost there, but it comes out in the favor of Navi. Now, the teams have to decide what they're going to do now that they've lost that presence. I think Zana's maybe taking a look at ramp with this AWP. Might be able to find an opening here. She has been great for finding these kills in the past. So we'll see. It is where it looks like they're heading at the moment.
Well, the smoke is going to come in, but of course they're going to peek right in front of it, and it's at least good for 2 openings now and only traded for 1. Though Angelica quick and tries to grab a kill here, still on 80, who's trying to wrap around the other way. Oh, and now, of course, the CT is already down, and a player advantage too. The nade will do some damage, but it won't be enough to get a kill, leaving all the pressure onto Xana. And of course, she only has an AWP. Of course, tries to do some magic with the Tech 9, but close range, you have the disadvantage having to open the door. Yeah, definitely not the greatest situation to be in with that. Yeah, the money's still looking to be in a rough place, and this is... It was an initial good opening, but the trades keep coming in for Na'Vi.
I just love how intelligently Navi are playing these situations. Like, for instance, the rotate down there to lower, it's a 3-on-3, and Hanka just sort of tucks into the side, opens the door when she hears the bomb being tapped, but then doesn't commit to the fight. She just sort of plays around the door, baiting her the enemy in closer. Then she's able to find that kill, and then it's just Sana left, and there was a chance for her if she'd found one of those kills, but then even then, like, the crossfire was set up. It was a 1-on-3, and Navi still weren't taking any risks. They know what's on the line here. They know that if they win this best of 3, they're going to Dallas. And they know that Navi have just picked them up, and they want that representation at Dallas. So, there's a lot on the line here, a lot of pressure, and it's good to see that is coming through for Navi at the moment. Going to be another one of these flight buys coming out from a keeper. All that loss bonus has allowed a little bit more investment. They've got some armor behind a couple of these Tech 9s, plus the Galil for Jenny. Looks like once again it's going to be one of these A hits.
Yeah, and looks like they're going to come out swinging, though not really as a unit, so that leaves room for Lena to get, again, 4 kills. Perhaps on the A's, who knows? Jenny, no, okay, never mind. Jenny was a little bit too far away, and Vika will grab that last kill. But yeah, equipa maybe should have tried to go in more together as a team, because now they were walking in one by one. Leaving the opportunity for Lena to, again, take the individual fights. And with that, another round for Na'Vi on the board.
3 4Ks, no ace so far for Navi. We'll see if they're able to secure an ace at some stage. These players definitely capable of doing it. I mean, that was the thing we mentioned, just how consistent they are across their core. Oh, Hanka's gotten herself into a great position here at Secret. Are they going to be ready for this? They're not. She's able to find 1 for free and the second as well. Thanks as well to the flash from Vicky. Oh, right clicks, but it's okay. She gets away, can drop the molly, she can back up. Everything is fine. Gets 2 kills, gets away, and puts Navi in a 2-woman lead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she right-clicked on purpose. Earlier in the video, we saw actually Na'Vi play with an M4 unsilenced. So maybe it's the thing, after you've gotten 2 kills in a round, you need to take your silence off, otherwise it's going to be too easy.
You gotta give them a chance. Take the silencer off, make it a little bit more challenging. Send a message to the keeper squad.
Be afraid of my unsilenced M4.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the ultimate DMs is doing that. But,
again, this smoke that they will be trying to push, it is going to get traded though. Danu, of course, picked up 1. Vico now will be a little bit in trouble water. Of course, can still now wait behind the smoke, and a flashbang will be used, and Xana will be peeking off it. Oh, great time though. She moved away from the wall. Not expecting Xana to be up close that far, and that opens things up at least. She does have the bomb, and that can guarantee her to get the bomb plant, but still, 2 players alive for Na'Vi. Oh, but with that, Lena already comes in from heaven, and just will wait a little bit to pick up the op from Viku. Save that over, and then another round again And a pretty solid streak as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty great stuff from Zana. She can see the edge of the AWP through clipping through the wall, so it gives her that kill. Oh, that was the right click. Makes me clench when I see that. So yeah, she just sees the edge of it peeking through, so gets that kill. This is a really nice kill on Angelica, just flicking down. It's a shame. If she'd been looking at Heaven and gotten that kill on Lena, there's a real chance she gets that 1v4 because Hanka was so low. But denied, unfortunately. So now we go into another full gun round here. Zana once again on that AWP. We'll see what equipa are going to do. Maybe they need to change things up a bit. We can see Jenny's going to be lurking through this smoke. Maybe going to be looking for an opening somewhere here.
I like it though, and there is some backup. Oh, maybe that wasn't the best position to lurk into. G7, on the other hand, is trying to go the long way around and does strike with a headshot onto Hanka. That's something he's traded out. And now, of course, where are you going to go? Mini is currently smoked off, and Viku strikes, of course, from Heaven. Position that we know she definitely loves to play from. So the fact that they weren't quite aware of that she could peek that says a lot about equipa and their timings. Of course, they could still hold on to the round, but it won't come for easy.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to find an opening here. This A side has been really locked down. That smoke coming through at the end is also going to make things difficult. And find this player towards ramp, there's a chance, but Vicky is already coming with the rotate. This crossfire with the AWP. We've seen some of the flicks she's hit here. Ooh, almost finds the head. Actually, does get denied. Danu chimes in, though, and finds two of her own. Almost gets the third. The dink onto Zana. It's going to put her in not a great spot. Just 9 HP and 3 players to find. 20 seconds to do it. Does find the first onto VQ, but she's getting hunted now from the lowest. Oh, going to drop down. There is a player here, so as soon as she goes to this bomb plant, she's going to get swung on, and it is denied. Almost the clutch again for Zana, but not quite able to piece it together.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that, yeah, things don't really seem to be working out as much for equipa, but you can just see the halts that NAVI is having, and Viku is very versatile. She can hold outside from Heaven, she can hold A from Heaven, or she can go down and support on ramp and try to help out Danu. Oh, and look at this, we're gonna have a very aggressive eco coming out here. There are some kills actually going in return. Ada and Jenny getting 2 kills each. Though, of course, now Jenny being low and, yeah, with just the pistols, things are not as smooth as it seems. Also, the bomb is on the site, and now just 1 player left. And Danu can easily pick those 2 up, and with that, of course, yeah, actually, Navi is creeping closer and closer to having, who knows, 12, 13 rounds in this half. Yeah, so far, very, very dominant scoreline.
Yeah, this is getting scary for equipa. This was their map pick, and obviously T-side is a bit tough. It looked like they were really in a good place to begin with, but they just haven't been able to get any rounds together since the 3rd and 4th rounds, and really want to be fighting a couple more here. 11-4 is certainly doable if they're able to get there. Becomes a lot harder if they can't get more than 2 or 3 rounds. These Sevens managed to get pretty far here. Lena's going for an aggressive peek here. The timing 80. She's not ready for it. She was holding but falls back. So Lena gets an opening kill for free. Maybe pushing through here, but Ada, she's here to receive. Does take 1 down. Manages to fall back, but she's got a player coming in fast. Jenny fighting another on the rotation as well. These teams are already over towards Heaven and Hell. Angelica, she is aware of it, but now VQ is going to have to try and link up with her teammate. Finds Jenny in the process. Let's take a bit of a lull here as these players try and piece together where the T's are.
Yeah, they are actually pretty heavily split up, but for now it doesn't quite matter. Who's read on where Zana is. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Oh, a bit of a miss Molotov. You can see perhaps the panic, but the position is now revealed by the flashbang, but a very uncanny shot. Viku misses that, and with that, equipa does steal away the round, but man, that was a very, very close one.
Where'd that bullet go? Like that feels like my AWP shots. They look like they're on it, but somehow miss. That looked like she was going to hit that shot. It was a great reposition from VQ. Obviously fluffs that Molotov, but not really as big a deal as missing the shot. All right, keep get their third. They're able to invest into this last round of the half. Bit of aggression here outside. This could be everything. It's the collateral. Finds Zana and Jenny. A great shot from VQ. That's going to put it into a 3-on-5 with just 30 seconds down into the round.
Oh my. She definitely wanted to make up for that missed shot.
Yes.
Oh, my lord. That's definitely one way to start a round, and Angelica is pushed up so far. And well, you can see they were looking, they were trying to check, but not long enough. And yeah, Angelica was tucked in so deep that the keeper simply didn't quite spot them. And yeah, leaves AD and Ada together. Yeah, trying to make something happen, but of course, yeah, it is the last round. You need to go for it, but it's not going to be a very easy one to pull off.
It's tough. There's a player on top of Hart here holding the position if Ada wants to walk out of here. There's also a player kind of next to Hart, so all these angles being held. Ada does find one, but the trade is coming straight in after her. Tanker in above takes her down. It's a 12-3 half. We'll take a short break and we'll be back to see who wins it.
One chance for the world, one hope can save us now. Our time for history. Brave hearts will win the day. Run strong all the way. It's time for you and me, 'cause nothing can hold us down. On the ground, nothing can hold us down. On the ground, we can be heroes. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. Step up, take it on. No turning from the storm. It's time now for us to come. Together we will stand 2 feet on the ground. Let's hope now for better days, 'cause nothing can hold us down. On the ground, nothing can hold us down. On the ground, we can be heroes. We can be heroes.
And welcome back, everybody. We're here to jump into the second half of this first match between NAVI, Javelins, and equipa. We're here on Nuke, which was equipa's map pick. They're going into the CT side with just 3 rounds, though, Vilas.
Oh, yeah, you hate to see it. Keeper haven't really been able to make anything happen on that T side, really struggling. Navi, of course, they won the pistol, but they did have a good comeback, making the 2-2. But then after that, Navi had a streak up until 11 rounds, and then the keeper luckily won one, an additional one, making it 3 in total for them. But yeah, not a great start, and especially this being their mapping.
Yeah, not the position you want to be in. You know, there is a chance they can stage the comeback here. You know, Zana was looking quite sharp, Jenny also. So, you know, if they can find themselves a pistol here, convert that, then maybe we can start to talk about a bit of a defense here. Ada going to be tested first, sitting back here with the USP, going to get forced off as all of these Ts are making their way down ramp.
Oh, well, that's the window broken. You can see Jenny is taking a bit more of a passive position, but oh lord, her head gets taken off, and with that, it's a nice opening already for Navi, and a bomb planted at the same time, and Angelica tries to fight it out in the vent, but gets sent, which actually a keeper does make a good comeback. Actually a player advantage now. So you can see the Molotov, it needs to come out, will tag up some players, and perhaps at least room for Henker to fight, but it sadly won't be enough at a keeper. Even though with the bomb being planted, they do manage to take the round. But of course, we know what that bomb plant means. Navi can potentially try and force this one out and steal it away from a keeper.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're probably going to be doing here, just because they've got such a round lead here. You may as well, if you've got that bomb plant, go for the force, see if you can try and squash any comeback before it happens. This may end up backfiring there. If Keeper are able to secure this, it will the Navi squad into a save, but we'll see how it pans out to begin with. Jenny's going to win that duel with the MP9. She has no rights winning that. That's the not a favorable duel. The good opening kill. And now Angelica, she's going to chime in with a 1 dig onto Zana. That's all the way over towards Hell as well. What a great shot.
And now things have slowed down a little bit. Looks like Navi is able to have so much control. Viku can sneak into ramp and will miss the timing onto Ada there, as she will move into lobby, but perhaps they could still squeak her in, of course. Now the position is known, and I think the flank will come in really soon. Oh, again, the timing just missed by an inch, but Viku is very much patient, and there we have it, crisp kill. But at the same time, you know, she is all by herself now, even gets dinged through the smoke. Not quite the way... Oh, actually, that was a good read. That's where Jenny is sitting. Does line up another tag, but still 3 against 1. Maybe the alert took a little bit too long, but of course they can't see what we are seeing on the radar. They're just going off of the intel that Navi had there. It looks like, yeah, maybe Vika is eager to make something out of it.
I think given she got dinked through the smoke, she's just going to maybe look to slink away, hold on to this AK. Going to be saving next round regardless, so it's not the worst situation to have that AK to play around. But a great conversion from Akiba, able to get that round. It's going to mean that the next round Navi aren't going to have a buy. They'll just have that hero AK and then maybe a couple of pistols. Angelica's picked up that deagle again. She got a great kill last round onto Zana with that, so might be able to do something here. And oh, Ango going down to Jenny there. That's so unfortunate. I think maybe part of that was that she didn't have head armor because she forced the AK. And so I think the MP9 just really knocked her aim off. So now a good chance for a keeper to maybe make their way back into this round, as it looks like Navi onto the eco/half buy. Just VQ with everything to do.
Of course, she doesn't have any money left. Of course, being on that T side, you don't get any money at the time. But perhaps with the AK still in hand, it can become a bit deadly. But yeah, playing on the T side, of course, it's yeah, it's not going to be like a free gift. You still need to walk up onto a side and get that bomb planted. It looks like, oh, look at that. EQ does out-aim Zana there. But of course, Ada with an MP9 still in hand. Can't get two for herself, and it does still mean that the keeper has a player advantage. Though now Lena has the AK in hand and Jelka the MP9. And who knows, maybe if they gamble on the right side where only one CT is, they could get the bomb down. Looks like they want to get back into lobby. D7 is waiting there, tucked in the corner, so if they're going to cross towards hut, things might get real tricky real soon. And oh, they're certainly going to be doing that. They might even line up. Oh, Angelica with the deagle. I have never seen an arty shot like that before. And with that, well, they're going to make a run for it. Oh, sadly though, AD is waiting there. But what a good attempt that was.
Angelica, she's insane with the deagle, just on a whole nother level. What a clear. There was no chance for D7 to react to that. That's absolutely insane. And well, considering there was nothing but a saved AK and a couple of pistols. Seeing it again from D7's perspective, it's like, what could you have done? Yeah, that's a great shot there. And now NAVI, they are able to invest into it. This is where Keeper actually tested. This is where all the rifles are out. Sandra's got that AWP. There isn't an AWP on VQ. It should be uncontested. She's really going to be the one that I'm looking to step up here, as all of these, well, 4 of these NAVI players are moving towards outside.
Oh, well, just a bit of a run through the smoke, just hoping to perhaps tag one of the players. And in fact, half of them did cross here into secret, but they're a little bit scared as to, of course, where the CTs are positioned. And yeah, 2 CTs, in fact, all here. D7 tries to play off of Jenny peeking, but instantly had taken off. Want to be a smoke for now, trying to delay things. Oh, that's a need. She will miss it. But oh, look at this. Navi's actually looking to go back into it. And Zana being an Evan, that's at least a good flashbang to try and cross, force her off into position. But with 40 seconds, they need to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think 80 might be alone here. I mean, there's a player at Heaven, so if they can find 80 here, there's a chance. There's a player sitting in Vent that can pop up as well. Zana here has the chance to start this open, gets VQ. Now she's going to be playing a bit defensive here. 80, is she going to get checked? She's going to drop the bomb on Danu as well. The clear comes out from Angelica, but the shots are better from 80. And equipa keeping 4 alive, win the first gun round. So a great showing from them, and maybe a sign of a comeback on the cards.
Yeah, of course, they started with just 3 rounds, and then after winning the pistol and converting, yeah, now they have find themselves with a bit of momentum. And in fact, of course, now the economy of NAVI is pretty broken as well, so just the pistols will have to do for this one. So that gives equipa the opportunity to creep even closer and, yeah, really bridge the gap, and they've already doubled in rounds now.
Yeah, well, it's 12-3 halves, so it's a good place for equipa to be here. Obviously, still many rounds to go. 80, not going to get flashed. Does get flashed for the second one, though, but keeps the teammates here to support her. The shots come in left and right. A few kills do go down in the favor of NAVI, but they have the disadvantage in the players. Ada's also rotating in here quickly. There's Armo on Angelica. She's just got the Tech 9. If she can find herself an AK, that gets quite deadly. That smoke being dropped is actually going to give VQ something to work with, although Ada, she's managed to sneak out past. I think she's spotted Angelica. Gonna go for the spray. The FAMAS is awkward though. She gets found, and then Zana gets the trade onto VQ. Now Angelica in the 1-on-2 has a Tech 9, picked up a smoke as well. She can probably find this M4 as well that was dropped. Gonna give her something to work with, and just a bit of an opportunity here to make something happen. Both of these CTs are playing super defensively. They don't want to give anything up.
And of course, the bomb's still on the site. And the question is, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to walk away, try and make a run for B? She's at least clearing the lobby corner, just making sure no one is lurking around here. And the decision has been made. She needs to move very, very soon. And I guess it will have to be B or go up through Heaven. But that one's going to be deadly because, of course, Zana is waiting right there. Oh, that's the sound cue. I think Zana will have to hear that question mark. Yeah, she will now go down. But at least still the bomb plan. And now there's a chance that Angelica can actually win this. It's also planted super openly, so she can definitely work off of that. But of course, 2 more kills to find first.
Yeah, they've both seen that single door opened and heard it. There's a chance here. Oh, Jenny, she's holding this really well, just sitting back, waiting for Angelica to walk in, and no, she's not quite ready for it. Can't swing down. A great clutch attempt from Angelica makes it a little bit scary there for a keeper, but they are able to win it in the end. And slowly closing that round difference, just 4 rounds separating these 2 teams now. And NAVI yet to find a round on this T side either.
Yeah, of course. But don't forget that this was just an eco for NAVI. They have some upgraded pistols, and definitely the Tech 9 seem to be delivering here today. Yeah, with that, of course, now the buy round will come out for NAVI Javelins. But yeah, it's again going to be quite the costly one, the investment of the ARP onto Viku. And it will have to pay off, because otherwise the keeper is going to maybe creep a little bit too close for comfort. But what is this? Jenny reading the positioning of Hanka through the smoke. And that is already the opening, going again in favor of a keeper here now. That calls for the push to come through here over at A. But the hold so far seems to be good. Again, Jenny from Mini tries to swing onto a second player. But eventually Zana coming in from heaven cleans it all up. And with that, the keeper continue to streak and creep and close it 12-9. And with that, the keeper has won 6 rounds in a row now.
I don't know what Jenny saw there. I didn't see how she could have seen that. We've got the X-ray on, and I still am not sure how she managed to spot the head of the player there. That was a really good. And then even finding it kind of as she's falling off, that's something else. And then chiming in for another kill and a half later on. So a great round from Jenny. A really solid performer for a keeper. This defense looking really solid now they're on the CT side. You can see why it was their map pick. Feeling really confident with their defenses, their calls, the way they're playing around these smokes. They seem to have to read on how NAVI opting to play these rounds. Who's going to be lurking when, the timings, all working in favor of a keeper. I love all the dropping the smokes for VQ to throw. Throwing. Oh yeah, they're just all from the same position, but they're going different places. That's fun ones to learn at home. We see some alternative outside smokes getting dropped. 3 landing in a row, blocking off Jenny's vision this time, but we're seeing Jenny doesn't need vision to find kills.
She's trying to perhaps make her way of it, but that's a bit of a sound cue. So Jenny knows at least a player crossed. And 2 players in. And look at this, NAVI actually reading as to where Jenny is sitting. Oh, Jenny is jumping up and down, and she can't simply escape. Lena grabs the first kill now into this round. And now the important thing is that NAVI don't need to throw it away. We still have Danu sitting actually in the spawn, waiting for perhaps a rotation to come through. But with that, Zana takes the opportunity, peeks from below heaven, tries to go for one more. But at least things are even down on the scoreboard. Look at this though, Danu actually going in late, and it's really NAVI have a good read on how a keeper likes to play on the CT side, expecting a player to go aggressive and push through lobby. But again, things are getting traded, so things for now remain pretty even.
80 has a great read on where these teams are going to be at every moment. Finds the double onto both Lena and Angelica. This leaves Hanka alone in a 1v3, and I think they've got a pretty good read on her. There is Sana spotted as she's throwing the molly. Okay, that molly is going to maybe deny the push through. Oh, she still goes for it. That's a freebie for Hanka, but all these CTs are rotating in quick. The bomb, it's going to go down, but she isn't able to pull out the gun. And 80 finds 4 in the round. That starts with that really incredible push from her towards lobby, knowing that her teammate had just gone down there. Continues to push out and sort of tucks into the corner to find Danu, and then repositions quickly to ramp, be able to find 2 more of her own. So a great round from 80, really keeping a keeper in this, bringing them up to double digits now, and it's starting to look like NAVI, they're the ones that are not looking quite as good. They're looking a bit shaky, not able to find any inroads on this T-Hub.
Yeah, it's really tough, and I really gotta give compliments to 80 because 80 is the IGL on the equipa squad, and on some other maps, like for example Vertigo, we have seen her lag behind sometimes, not getting as much kills as the rest of the team would, but now she is popping off and doing just as much work as the rest of the team, if not more, of course, also being the brains right behind it. And now equipa is creeping closer. NAVI have potential to still hold on to their lead. But of course, another heavy investment. Now, Joke already pretty low. And they're just waiting, seeing if equipa's going to make a mistake, and that's it. Walking into Viku's ult. That is at least Ada now taken out of the question. Like this though. Ooh! Dano was waiting and seeing if someone was going to push. But again, the trades are there, and the keeper, like, it's still a 3-on-3. We'll throw out some smokes to delay things, of course, knowing that Navi very eager to perhaps try to push and even try to go a different direction. Jenny has a great read as to where Hanko is. But now, 3v2 to, Lena and Angelica. Angelica has an open hand. And honestly, with this economy, it might be the save, but now the bomb being picked up. Looks like they do want to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to go to speak there. It's completely red. Molly gets thrown. The noise is all made. The player can rotate in. They do have a smoke down to go to single, which will, at very least, maybe close out these CTs, although it falls a little short, so they are actually able to push through this. Oh, it's actually getting planted kind of exposed here. This is really awkward. Lena has to go for it. No, she stops. She tries and goes for the fight. They actually come out ahead in the duels, but Zana stays alive, and that's enough for a keeper to get the 11th. And I think the thing that I've been enjoying the most watching this CT half from a keeper is just their pushes seem to be just so well timed. They always know where to find that opening. We saw it twice in that round there. The push towards lobby, finding 2 kills, and then also Jenny later on pushing outside and finding a player off guard. So really impressive stuff from a keeper here. That they're looking like they really have a game plan and like they really know how to play against what Navi are throwing up to them.
Yeah, it really seems like, at least here on the CT side, they know exactly how Navi likes to play it. Being prepared for the pushes that Navi will do, how they will rotate most likely, which player plays where. So far, they seem so well coordinated, like a totally different team from the first half.
Yeah, it's complete reversal. I mean, we were saying in the break, the 12-3 scoreline was not looking good for a keeper on their map pick, but they've completely bounced back. Not dropped a single round on the CT half. We know this is a map that favors the CTs, but you don't expect it to be quite so dramatic. So now, Navi, they really have to have a think about how they're going to approach this, because nothing they've been doing is working so far. One thing maybe I'd like to see is maybe a little bit more play towards Secret. It feels like when they do take outside control, it's normally for a wrap onto main or heaven. They very rarely put players down Secret and go for a B take. It's mostly focusing on this upper site and using main and heaven as their entry points to that. So that could be some way to change it up. They do have to pull something out of the stat book at this stage because they're slowly running out of rounds and their lead is going to be closed in on very shortly.
And still the money not too great. They can sort of buy up. At least looks like they will be doing that. We have Mac-10s on the board. Lena, of course, with that saved AK. Perhaps the rest will try maybe half buy around it. Yeah, still, it's not very ideal if you are going to compare it to what a keeper is working with, the amount of utility they will have to hold you back. One smoke, one Molotov, it could really ruin your push onto the site.
Look how happy 80 is. You can see that she's feeling herself this game, feeling her teammates, feeling good about it. Big grin on her face. No cats spotted yet. We've been on the lookout for pet cam in the past. I know we saw Goose Breeder's dog yesterday was present.
We have a little octopus.
We have a little octopus. That's one of those ones that turns inside out. You can see that Zana's got it on the happy side at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that says a lot, Happy side, happy people, happy faces. That's of course what we want to see, but still this game is incredibly close and it can go either way. Looks like just some pistols actually for NAVI around it, and instantly 3 of them taken out of the question. Great hold again from equipa, and now yeah, just VQ and Danu are alive here, and oh yeah, this is just an absolute slaughterfest. And the thing is as well, equipa are gonna remain alive with all of them. Economy-wise, they're in a great spot to go for the long run here.
Sana just yelled out, "Let's go," or I guess the Portuguese equivalent. But yeah, she's looking really great. I was very surprised that she managed to get a 3K then. She was playing very close quarters there towards Hut with the AWP, and there was a Mac 10 barreling at her. It's generally an engagement where I don't favor the AWP. Close combat AWPing seems to be something that works well for her. Ooh, this molly, that's actually intentional. It makes it seem like they can't be pushing, right? Because you think that it's mollied off, and now Ada, she's going to push up. Maybe catch them off guard just because that molly makes it seem like they're playing defensive. And yeah, she's going to get a kill for free. So that's a bit of a clever play there. There's a trade coming in from Hanker, though, who does find 80 in the process. Sana gets, whoa, that's insane. The flash up, and then she finds the blind kill through the wall onto the head. That is something else.
Oh, I really had to look at the feed there as to what was happening with that kill. It was so insane. And with that, only VQ alive. Okay, she does now grab 1, but it doesn't come quite for free. It does get tagged up in the process. Yeah, and again, the bomb is lost. And yeah, it's just you and an AK. And yet again, another round for equipa. That is going to be 10 in a row after this. And right now, if you NAVI, this, I mean, still, it's equipa's map pick, but to have it all slip away like this is definitely not great.
Yeah, Sana closes it out. Wow, really great stuff from equipa, just changing it up constantly, going for the ramp aggression that time, and playing it cleverly as well. I mean, we saw them go for that boost as well in the first half. That was really clever. It seems like they're bringing out all the little pocket strats to try and make something happen here. That is insane kill. Just the perfect placement there to find it through the edge of the wall. Just incredible stuff. So what NAVI do now, once again going onto one of these half buys. Not really found success on any of their buys so far, so I don't know what they're going to be looking to do here. D7 around this smoke that was dropped by NAVI, but they aren't actually doing anything off the back of it. Maybe just feigning some presence towards vent. We're actually waiting, taking it a little bit slower, maybe looking for one of these pushes that comes out. Once again, looking like they're going to be opting towards A.
Ooh, I'm not sure which CT it was. I think it was 80 who got Tia's goat there onto the side. Finally, the Molotov will get smoked off, but D7 burns alive and a lot of damage dealt in the process. But still, oh my lord, these pistols! Lena grabs another one, and oh well, Sana tried to go in style with the dualies, but finally NAVI take the round. And I thought it was gonna get a bit scary at first because the keeper actually had the intel that that outside push was a fake one. So you can already see they had 3 CTs on that A side, all stacked up in different positions. But they just got overwhelmed. The utility game was strong. Sadly, it was a missed smoke as well into the Molotovs. So people burning alive and taking damage. So, yeah, perhaps a bit of panic. And now 13-13, anything can still happen.
Yeah, Tech 9 rushes in the end what unravels this equipa defense, plus those Molotovs, keeping everyone hot and toasty. Finally going to see a bit of an outside play here. Sana is posted up on the angle. They are aware of the presence here, just that utility that's coming out. Jenny's up close, but she actually gets caught out, kind of baited in there, and gets taken down by Angelica. Now Sana, she knows she has to be a bit more careful. Falls back, knows how hard they have worked to get to this scoreline. It's come down to this. There's a chance here for equipa to close out their map pick after they were down 12-3. NAVI, they won't go down without a fight. Taking their time here, and Ada on the push finds Danu. So now we're back in the 4v4. It's going to activate all the T's, but D7, the perfect position, finds 2. Does get traded out by VQ, but now it's a 2-on-3. Angelica has been brought really low as well. There's everyone to find. It's just Viku now left in the 1v3. D7 doing everything she can to keep a keeper in this.
Oh yeah, and this is so rough now. She needs the entry with an AWP. She does have a flashbang and a Molotov. Oh, but that's it. Zana does look the right way and grabs Viku in the process, of course. So, good thing is at least there is a bit more utility or more money to work with. It won't be the best of all buys. But they can still buy, at least, of course, with the loss bonus that they've got. But Keeper now, yet again, another round. And Navi is not being able to convert after having that win. So now Keeper suddenly a little bit almost too close towards being here on map point.
Zana taking a bit of damage there. It looks like maybe ramp is again the point of contention here. Zana's going to drop down a smoke, but she rotates off. So it's just Ada here in this position where she can't really get away. If they clear her and they do find her, then there's no one here to support. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Zana can rotate in now and hold this angle towards ramp. We've seen this played before. Gets naded off. Going to keep her at bay. Actually holding a bit of a passive line here. Afraid of that enemy AWPer in VQ, which... this means that Navi are going to get a free site, or at least they're going to get down to B for free. Danu, she has a chance here to catch a player off on the rotate. She gets spotted there and gets taken down by D7. So now Navi, they've been filtered down to ramp. They've gotten control towards B. The CTs are fully aware. And this post plant, it's going to be a tricky one.
Hank is going to try and fake it out. No one will peek. And Viku, a lot will come down to her positioning, of course. She's gonna perhaps catch two players in the process. There will be a flash being thrown. It's a bit too deep. Another one again too deep, and that's a good tag onto Jenny, and Angelica can work off of that. Grab the kill. Hanka will follow it up. And so far, a good hold, but now everything is on to Viku. She needs to clutch it out. That's one kill for her, but now the final one. Hey, the last player is in the smoke, and she catches her off guard. Zana goes down, and that is 14-14, and Navi stay in it.
What an incredible clutch from VQ. The 1v2 just plays that perfectly, finds that amazing flick onto the first player, but really it's that kill on the diffuser. I mean, that's a great shot. This is something else, just the perfect shot. The AWP is such a cruel mistress when it comes to those smoke diffuse kills, because if you miss that, you got to swap to your pistol, and then you've got to hope you hit the head quickly, because that bomb only takes 5 seconds to defuse. So Navi, they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth here. And look at the economy now for a keeper. Despite that massive run of rounds they have, the fact that Navi have fought back at the end here, this has put their economy in a really bad place. And they're going to have to force into this if they want to secure this in a 16-14 fashion. But they're going to have the unfavorable money here going up against Navi.
Yeah, and the thing is utility as well. Not a lot of players have them, and already a loss being thrown early here into the game, and they're trying to go for a bit more of a different strategy. T7 trying to go in quick and fast, see if there was some magic to be pulled off. But that's already the opening now going the way of Navi, and instantly, yeah, Keeper needs to play defensive, play the close corners, especially with those MP9s. And just, I hope you can get some multi-kills going. Because now we need to play this one out calm and collectively. Obviously what we know them for. But we haven't seen the smooth sail in this half as of yet of them. And that's already it. So it forces another smoke to be used. Now no smokes left for a keeper. But, sadly, this rampart, Lena picks up one, and that is actually the M4 taken out. So it's Ada holding back with just an MP9, and even the M4 now here left on A. It's taken out of the question, leaving Ada to clutch it out in a 1 versus 4. And, yeah, you can see not expecting a player to be up close already. And with that, Navi is now on map point. Who would have thought after that incredible run in this second half by a keeper? But, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to little details and economy as well.
I mean, this is going to be a good matchup. It's like all the way to 30 rounds, potentially more. A great try from equipa, but I really like this actually double setup. But Lena finding that kill really sets it up. And to be honest, if I'm the NAVI squad, I'm buying VQ a pint at the end of the day if they do manage to make it to Dallas, because she's been clutch in securing these T-side rounds. I mean, that round there probably wasn't as influential, but the fact that she stops that push in its tracks with that no-scope is pretty key, because there's a potential for a double kill then. If her rifle teammate goes down and she misses that no-scope, she probably goes down as well, and then it's 2v2 and potentially a different story. So, VQ, player that we said to watch, and she's really shining here for NAVI, but this is all it. It all comes down to this round, and it's just 3 Deagles and 2 MP9s that are all that equipa have if they want to take this to overtime.
Yeah, of course, there's a lot of pressure now onto equipa. You see they can't really afford to go for a lot of info plays. Just need to play the waiting game, honestly, and hope that if NAVI can enter the site, they can trade and grab some kills. But it's definitely not going to be an easy one with just, for at least a majority, just the pistols and MP9s. Not, oh, except for 2 flashbang, no utility either. Everything seems to be favoring NAVI, but of course they do need to set foot onto the side. We know how some of these pistols have looked today. Oh, now the test is going to come. That is Jenny spotting at least one player. Does reposition a little bit. Of course, oh, the Molotov, yeah, will force her to go back, and Vika with that perhaps D7 in fact in the process, and is waiting for people to now try and perhaps push outside, maybe go into heaven. But I keep her a bit scared. In fact, the timer does go down to just 25 seconds, so actually NAVI needs to make a run for it very soon. Looks like they will try and crunch over at A2 players coming, oh, actually one in from heaven. Oh, Jenny struggling a little bit with the pistol. In fact, though, 2 kills come in, but everything is now onto the shoulders of Ada to try and hold it off. Just an MP9 in hand, and with that, oh, Henka takes off her head. 16-14 it is. So you can see they are hyped, they are stunned. It's NAVI taking the map pick of equipa.
Yeah, we said this is going to be an incredible matchup. And you can see, I love the little dance from Hanka. You can see how excited they are, how intense that game was. But they prevail in the end. They deny the comeback from equipa. And it's going to be NAVI taking the first map of this best of 3 decider map. The winner of which will be going to Dallas. And now NAVI, they're one step closer.
Oh, yeah, of course. And now we will go to Ancient up next, which is their map pick still, though.